Welcome back to another episode of MRP Easy Manufacturing Podcast. Today we talk about manufacturing traceability. At its core, manufacturing traceability is simply your ability to track the full history of what happens to your products. From raw materials arriving at your facility to finished goods heading out to customers, it's about maintaining a detailed record of every step in the product's life cycle. Think of it like a permanent digital fingerprint that follows each material and component through the entire production process. A strong traceability system captures the complete story of your manufacturing operation. It answers essential questions such as, who supplied the materials? When did the materials arrive? Which workstation processed them? Who operated the equipment? Did it pass quality inspection? When did it ship out and where did it go? This data links directly to the physical items, whether they are individual parts, batches, or full assemblies. But let's be clear, effective traceability isn't just about compliance. It's a shift in mindset, from find and fix to prevent and improve. What was once a burdensome paperwork exercise becomes a powerful tool for smarter decisions. You'll spot bottlenecks, reduce waste, and catch quality issues before they become costly problems. That's why leading manufacturers now see traceability not as overhead, but as a strategic advantage that protects both quality and profit. Types of traceability in manufacturing. Every shop floor has different tracking needs, so let's break down how traceability actually works, without all the jargon. Directional traceability. Forward traceability shows where your products go once they leave your facility. This is key for managing recalls or verifying delivery. Backward traceability does the opposite. It helps you trace components back to their origin when problems arise. Most modern manufacturers combine both in bidirectional systems that give you complete visibility from supplier to customer. Scope-based traceability. This is about where you're tracking. Internal traceability stays within your own operations, covering everything from receiving to shipping. External traceability extends that reach into your supply chain. The ideal scenario? End-to-end traceability, tracking everything from raw materials to customer delivery. That's more important than ever in today's complex global supply chains. Granularity-based traceability. This defines how detailed your tracking is. Material-level traceability tracks specific raw materials. Batch traceability monitors groups of products produced together. Unit-level traceability gives every product a unique ID, critical in regulated industries or for safety-critical parts. Your industry, the product's value, and regulations typically determine what level makes sense. Why is traceability important? Sure, traceability systems require investment, but the return on that investment goes far beyond compliance. You gain better quality, customer trust, and bottom-line impact. Let's go through some of the key benefits. Regulatory compliance. Over the past 3 decades, regulations have only gotten stricter. Whether it's the Food and Drug Administration, the International Organization for Standardization, or another authority, compliance is non-negotiable. Traceability systems give you the audit trail you need to prove compliance with confidence instead of scrambling through paper files at the last minute. Product quality and safety. Catching a defect early might cost you pennies. Finding it later? That's dollars. If a customer finds it, now it costs your reputation. Traceability links real-time monitoring to your quality processes. It helps you stop problems before they spread. Manufacturers have reduced defect rates by up to 40% by using traceability to pinpoint root causes. Recall management. No one wants to issue a recall, but it's better to be prepared. Without traceability, you may need to recall everything. With proper tracking, you can identify and isolate only the affected units, saving both your money and your brand. Supply chain transparency. Modern supply chains are long and complex. Traceability helps you verify supplier claims, track part quality, and hold your partners accountable. When components fail, traceability reveals exactly where the breakdown occurred. Customer trust and brand protection. Customers care more than ever about where their products come from. Having a complete record builds confidence. It can also be the key differentiator when competing for contracts. If counterfeits emerge in the market, you'll be able to prove yours is the original, while others are still investigating. Operational efficiency. The visibility that traceability provides improves day-to-day performance. Bottlenecks, inefficiencies, and waste become easier to identify and fix. Inventory becomes more accurate, and lean manufacturing becomes more achievable. Risk mitigation. Good traceability reduces operational risk. You'll have clear records for what happened and when. If something goes wrong, you can target the problem instead of shutting everything down. Challenges and how to overcome them. Of course, no improvement comes without some challenges. Here are a few common roadblocks and how to handle them. Implementation costs. Traceability systems can seem expensive at first, especially for small manufacturers. But starting small, tracking high-risk products or your most problematic processes can deliver fast returns. Build your case on hard numbers like reduced scrap or avoided penalties. System complexity. Fancy systems don't help if no one can use them. Design your traceability system to match your actual workflows, not someone else's ideal process. Make it scalable and user-friendly. Data integration issues. Legacy equipment and software can be tricky. Start by mapping out what data lives where. Not everything has to be perfectly integrated. Aim for good enough and improve as you go. Lack of standardization. Every industry has different standards. Instead of chasing a universal system, build flexibility into your process. Standards will continue to evolve. Your system should be able to evolve with them. Supplier collaboration. Your traceability is only as strong as your weakest supplier. Communicate clearly and start with your most critical partners. Set data expectations early and support them in meeting those expectations. Resistance to change. People make or break any traceability project. Involve your team, get their input, and provide ongoing training. Help them see traceability as a tool that makes their jobs easier, not just more paperwork. 5 steps to implement traceability. Assessment and planning. Map out your current processes and define your goals clearly. Set measurable success metrics, like reducing trace time from hours to minutes. System design. Choose the right level of tracking detail. Work with your team to design workflows that make sense in real-world conditions. Technology selection. Balance functionality and cost. Look for systems that work in your environment and integrate with your existing tools. For many, cloud-based manufacturing ERP systems are a smart choice. Implementation. A phased rollout is often best. Start with one product line or process, prove it works, then expand. Validate every step before full deployment. Continuous improvement. Traceability is not a one-and-done project. Audit regularly, adjust based on new regulations, and keep improving based on what the data shows you. The technology behind traceability. Let's take a quick look at the tools that make traceability work. Identification methods like barcodes, QR codes, radio frequency identification, RFID, and direct part marking help label products clearly. Data capture systems collect real-time information using scanners, sensors, and machine interfaces, reducing errors in manual entry. Software platforms, from manufacturing execution systems to manufacturing resource planning and enterprise resource planning, manage data across your operation. Analytics tools turn that data into actionable insights, helping you prevent defects and improve efficiency. Manufacturing resource planning systems, in particular, play a huge role here. While many think of them mainly for planning and scheduling, they already house much of the data needed for traceability. If you're already using an ERP system, chances are you can get started with traceability without massive extra costs by simply learning to leverage what you already have. Final thoughts. Traceability is no longer optional. Regulations are tightening, customer expectations are rising, and market competition is fierce. If you don't have robust traceability, you're taking unnecessary risks and missing out on powerful process improvements. The good news? You don't need to overhaul your entire operation at once. Start small, focus on your highest risk areas. Use the tools you already have, especially your ERP system. The future of manufacturing belongs to companies that can prove where their products come from, how they were made, and why they meet the highest standards. That future is already here. The only question is, are you ready? That wraps up this episode of the MRP Easy Manufacturing Podcast. Thanks for tuning in. For more information about us, visit mrpeasy.com. See you next time.